books. Can't escape from the team, called the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Wednesday, November 13th. We got Maction tonight. We've got NBA basketball, just regular old NBA basketball after last night's NBA Cup action. We've got NHL here tonight, college basketball to talk about on a Wednesday. I'm watching ATP Finals action right now. Sent out this morning Carlos Alcaraz to get the money here, maybe with a little cover of the game spread. He's doing it here right now, but they're in the second set. And Alcaraz won the first set 6-3. Got a match later on with Zverev and Rude. Those are kind of the featured attractions here on Wednesday. How'd it go for you guys last night with the sports betting action with that NBA Cup? You guys enjoy the crazy courts and the crazy upsets there a little bit with the Hawks winning last night over the Celtics in the NBA Cup. We saw some other events out there, if you will, the Knicks and the Sixers last night. Team Steam Consensus got the win for that first half of the parlay for Kelly, but, well, we did fall short there with the Raptors. So, well, we're 0 for 2, but we'll get it here. Your chance to win the Consensus parlay is right now. Enter your comments in the chat, and you're eligible for the prize. Well, it ended up being a two-teamer, and we had about 345 views of the show. So, well, it wouldn't have been a great payoff, but nonetheless, it's always fun to win. But let's see who'll be the first winner. Make sure you comment here. Welcome to the chat, all stars. Hello, stars. Comments rolling in right now as we get started with the show here on Wednesday. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here as we kind of get ready for our sports weekend, including UFC action here on the channel on Saturday from Madison Square Garden. We've got a great card this week for the UFC event. I did my preview. Let me my notes here. Did my preview last night. We had BB with Marcel Dorff over on my channel with BB. And we previewed a few fights, including that main event with John Jones and Stipe Miocic, the featured attraction at UFC 309 this Saturday. And, of course, we'll have First Strike today here as well as we get our programming started for the weekend on the Sports Money Network with the UFC. We'll have live coverage, of course, on Saturday with the guys narrating the action and giving their live plays out. So please check out my preview, though, with VB and Big Marcel this weekend for the action here on the Sports Money Network. All right, we're going to preview, but let me just say hello to some folks here. What were your featured items last night. I don't know if there's anything earth-shattering with what we saw, the results. I guess if there was a big story, if you will, it was the release of the newest figures for the college football playoff and how, well, we got number 12 is Georgia, we got number 13 is Fresno, but I guess Fresno would be in if all worked out according as the rules set forth or however they determine how those teams get in. But, we saw pretty much no change with the top a little bit. We saw the teams dropping here, certainly a couple of teams here for the college football playoff. Long way to go. So I'm not too into the numbers a little bit, but you know what? I don't want to be that guy because, hey, those things won't change necessarily. Kind of people hold serve a little bit. So, all right. Well, it is November the 13th. You know what that means? That was the day that, uh, uh, if you remember the Odd Couple, right? That was when Felix Unger had to move out, right? And they moved in together, if you will. Remember the old show, The Odd Couple? You got an old sports writer and a if you remember, November 13th just stands out in my mind now that I remember, now that I said the date here. But anybody check out the Champions Classic last night? Kansas over Michigan State, 76 to 69, 77 to 69, actually. So pretty good action there in college basketball. We're going to be in for a great season because nobody knows who's going to win, it feels like at this point. Kansas, though, looked pretty good. Bill Self got that win to be the all-time leader at Kansas in wins. That's saying something. He passed Fog Allen. Kentucky over Duke yesterday. Bit of an upset, maybe, but Kentucky, they're going to be a problem. I'm not saying where they come from. Kentucky, that's never a case of where did they come from, but where did these guys come from, right? They've got a team of, a new team and totally a new coach totally here. And hey, it looks pretty good for Kentucky moving forward, man, from what I saw there. Yeah, they'll have to, work together to learn and grow. But, Kentucky, they are a young team and, they look pretty good for a team that hadn't even played together. And for Cooper Flag, he looks great out there, but I don't know. He looked kind of tense in the moment. Now, that'll come in time, but Kentucky was in the same moment. Cooper Flag looked like he forgot how to dribble at the end of the game, but he was pretty terrific, obviously, during the game. But the Champions Classic maybe was the featured for me. Duke led by 9 at halftime. Kentucky's got the bench, right? Those guys look like they know how to work together. So pretty awesome here from what I saw with Kentucky last night in college basketball. All right. Obviously, the Bears fired their offensive coordinator. That was a bit of a story there yesterday. It's all broken down all of a sudden in Chicago, totally falling apart. NBA Cup action. We saw the Hawks over the Celtics. Dyson Daniels, 28 points. Atlanta was a 15-point dog. They won the game. Pistons over the Heat, 123, 121. The Pistons look like that team, that one that you kind of want to be on that nobody else is kind of on yet. Maybe everybody's starting to get on him a little bit. Tyler Hero was terrific with 40 points, making those shots. But Miami, they called that timeout. They didn't have a timeout. Detroit hit the alley-oop. That was a terrific play as well. They did blow a lead late, but that's going to happen to probably a team like Detroit. They still won the game in overtime. Joel Embiid made his debut. I think he left the game for a brief time, came back, had 13 points in 26 minutes. The Sixers continued to struggle. You should have taken under in the Embiid. You guys were talking about it in the chat there after you guys reminded me that he was back. But again, the numbers would reflect that he was expected to play more than those 26 points, even though the writing was on the wall that he was probably in line for, they said, 26 minutes, and that's exactly what he played. So Suns over the Jazz, 120 to 112 in late action. Booker with 31 points, and we saw Beal leave that game after I said, watch out, he's been hurt. And he ended up leaving the game there a little bit. The Suns, though, they're off to a terrific start. Interesting how some of these teams will have to come back on the back-to-back here. And how will that affect them, right? Because kind of weird the way it's set up there with, you have the NBA Cup, and players are probably going to be more motivated in those games, right? You get the extra money if you can get to the finish line in the NBA Cup, right? $500,000 per player for the winning team. $200,000 per player for the second place team on down, right? I think it's $100,000 if you lose the semifinals and $50,000 if you lose in the other NBA Cup playoff games. So that is underway right now. All right, I'm just sending out a few links here and make sure we're going to have some people join us for the show. Hit the like and subscribe. Let me say hello to everyone, and I think we'll probably see that comment here. All right, let's get rolling with saying hello to Dave. Was here first for me. My main guy right here. He's working hard today. Hey, I'm at work too. I'm working right now. Dave, come on. Truth teller, good morning, my main man here. Thank you. Hey, like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and join us here on Sports Money Network, the fastest growing YouTube channel on the internet for sports betting. Mikey's done a great job building us up right here, and you guys are a part of it. So, Truth Teller's watching the tennis with me right here. Joe T here. Joe and I are going to hook up and talk a little bit of sports betting. Thank you, Joe, for your DM there. We're going to hook up a little bit and talk. I didn't have a chance to get back to Joe yesterday because, I was just so busy with all that sports action. Thank you, Joe. He'll have his best bets. Jover here with his bets here. I better not take any unders with Joe watching here today. Orlando, hello. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Remember, all you got to do is comment. All you got to do is say hi. You don't even need to do that. You can put a thumbs up here like Thomas did, or you can just put a period in the chat, and that'll get you into the drawing for the community. I'm sorry, the consensus parlay. Don't say community. That's that big time show over there. They've got the community thing. We've got the consensus thing. That is our thing. Old E is here today. Sports money is money. Curtis, thank you so much for being such a great supporter. Thank you, Justin, as well. Sports money is money. Bobby Mack is here today. And let's see who else. Curtis got his burner account in here a little bit. Thank you. And Bobby Mack says he's already won in the African Cup of Unders here already today. Not much going in soccer action here, so we'll see if the guys stop by. The African Cup of Unders might be the featured events here today in soccer. It feels like he just said he cashed already with Cameroon and Namibia in an under here. The total on the game was like 1 3/4. So good job. Joe Alvarado's here, and Irish King was a little better than I was yesterday. Good job, Irish King. Man, I couldn't get it going. I couldn't get any momentum going. It felt like Lucky Power. Hello. Justin says Georgia will be back next week. Man, Lucky Power. Wow, awesome. Okay, Dave said he told us the Pistons last night were in line. And let's see what else. Ray Otachi here in this one. Thomas says, Ramon, you should have talked about the Warriors last night. They looked pretty good, and it was late action. And, hey, I had a premium winner in the game after all. Thanks, Thomas. As we did have one winner out there, I think, yesterday on the card. Actually, we had some okay picks here on the show for sure yesterday with the Hornets and the Magic game to go under. I did have a premium pick on the Knicks and the Sixers game to go under. I also gave out the Raptors and the Bucks game to go under, even though we didn't click there with the consensus play. I agreed with you guys on Toronto, of course. I like, Toronto. And that doesn't mean that they're not going to, still be able to cover here, getting some pretty good numbers. Also, I had the Wolves and the Blazers game to go over, and the Mavericks and the Warriors game to go over, as well as that premium pick on the Warriors last night with Steph looking pretty strong, Draymond looking good. What can you say? Try to be honest. I mean, I'm not a Draymond fan, but he really is looking pretty good out there right now. They were looking good. Patrick, hello. Good morning to you as well here today. Woo Rizza is here today. Thank you. I want to say hello to Silver Skills here. Hopefully, look, is a channel member here. So thank you for just commenting here, Silver Skills. I like that name. And also, I don't know, let me see here. Woo Rizza was talking about his pretty big card here today, so I want to make sure what I'm talking about here. But these could be, let's see, these could be plays from today. I'm sure they are. Yeah, look, Lakers in there. Yeah, these are Woo Rizza's plays today. Thank you. And Justin talking about the college basketball. Thanks, Justin, for finding something positive for me to talk about with that college basketball card yesterday. Just felt like, though, it was just up and down here for me yesterday, but we did have some okay winners yesterday here in college basketball. Too many to count necessarily ups and downs, but winners with the Drexel and Temple game to go under. We did have the early winners on the show. Certainly we had St. Joseph's. They came back against Villanova in that Big Five matchup. Flapping my wings there yesterday. Kansas, we had them. We took Kansas here. They got the money. It was tough. It was good. It was a good game. And Kansas got the money against Michigan State yesterday. We also had Tarleton and Florida State game to go under as a premium pick winner. We gave out Illinois, Chicago against Northwestern here on the show yesterday. Also, that premium pick winner with Rice yesterday, mentioned there by Justin. Rice laying the points against Monroe. We had South Alabama and Mississippi game to go under yesterday. Also, we gave out Bradley. So did Mikey Money on his show. That made me feel good when I saw Mikey Money coming in there with Bradley yesterday over UTSA. And we also had here a premium pick winner, Northern Arizona and Stanford game to go over. Easy to find the winners when you play as many games as I do, but helps us just kind of give a synopsis of some of the action yesterday away from those marquee matchups. So also we had Georgia over that North Florida team yesterday. Everybody's been talking about North Florida, but we went against them there. Hey, there was some steam that just came in a moment ago, so let me get to that. We also had Fordham over Binghamton. We had Colgate in that game. They hung in there against Syracuse. We had Rider and Navy to go over yesterday. Some of the winners here on the morning's team. And how about college football? We did have a winner yesterday, Ball State and Buffalo, in the game of the year, at least in the MAC for excitement with that game. High-scoring game, Ball State and Buffalo there in overtime did go over. We gave out Ball State here on the show yesterday. And we also had a Central Michigan and Toledo game to go under there yesterday here on the show. All right. Just moments ago, some steam came in. It's been kind of rolling in here this morning as I've been preparing for the show, but we just saw the move come in. And look, same thing as yesterday a little bit. I did send out a preliminary package of college football plays to the subscribers, try to get out in front of some of these lines. That's what I do, win or lose. Maybe I am going to be able at least with our new format. Like I said, even I'm getting used to, especially on a big college basketball, how to deliver the plays, right? It's a never-ending process, a learning process coming over from when I used to package up the plays over there for $25, $35, $45, as I like to say. But Dartmouth taking steam here. I did send that out as part of the premium pick package, but I got 5 others if you want to check me out over at winnable. I'll get to that in just a moment. But Dartmouth just took the steam, and I'll tell you right now, uh, fully transparent, or I don't know what if that qualifies, but I gave out Dartmouth in the premium picks. So there you go. Free premium with Dartmouth, absolutely free with Dartmouth. Just to mention, I did give them out a few hours ago when I sent out the release of my plays that I thought were going to go again. Going to move. The line was going to move. That's what I'm trying to send out with the early package. There was one in there where I know it was going to move against us, and it did. But you're never sure. So if I knew that, we'd probably be winning a little more right now. But you probably will see with the early release, I can be a CLV king. I'm not going to complain about, hey, we got the CLV but didn't win the game. Those things happen. But you can prove a little bit there with the CLV. And I gave out Dartmouth, and it's on the move. All right, let's go over right now. And if you'll bear with me for just a moment, let me talk about my packages here over at winnable.com. Again, what you get here is clicking on the right-hand corner there of the screen with the QR code. You can get my plays over here at Winnable. It's just a way to keep you updated of my favorite games throughout the day in major sports, mostly North American sports. Going to be firing away once soccer gets back going here. But again, we're on a little bit of an international week right now. So maybe it's a little slower, but still you can get my top plays over at winnable.com for free. There's a free package. You can get some plays, and I've got some subscription packages as well for $20 a month, $8 a week, about 67 cents a day. You can use a cute promo code STEAM. Ironically enough, to save 20%. That'll be about 50 cents a day. You get probably 10 or 20 plays from me. Hopefully, they're the best plays. What I try to give out is play the landscape and what I think are the best values out there in sports betting. Yeah, we want to win them all. So please join me over there at winnable.com. And you can use that promo code STEAM to save 20%. So, I'm here with you for a hours every day, 7 days a week, but the handicapping doesn't stop. So I send out more plays throughout the day over there at Winnable, and you can get them direct to your phone. You can set the notifications, or you can just go look at them when you want, refer to them when you want, and it's been a pretty good way to deliver a little more information to you. So appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. We got a few more comments coming in with everybody, and happy to have everyone in here today. Don't forget, make sure you comment and try to win the consensus parlay here. We got to win it today, you would think. Feels like. All right. Let's see here. Truth Teller going with Rublev here. What is going on here? I've been talking for a few minutes. So, it's just on serve. He's going to have to get into a tiebreak here, it feels like, or something, right? So I laid Alcaraz I think 2.5 games here. So I'm just going to need him to round it out here a little bit. All right. Thank you, Fernando, for everything, too, that you do for us here. And Joe W., hello. Thank you for being here. And AOD had to be happy with what went on there yesterday with the Pistons. They continue to look good, right? That's what it feels like right now with the Pistons. It's a good feeling right now for Pistons fans that have suffered here for many, many years from the glory days. If you guys, I don't know how old AOD is, if he was around for those great Pistons teams. All right. Arthur Mead Jr., hello as well today. Great to have you. It was in the drawing fun, you guys, so make sure you're in the drawing. Hopefully one day we'll award big money with our consensus parlay. Right now it's going to be 1 penny per view on the YouTube hits, and then how many ever teams we get in our little parlay is going to be how it works. So okay, I guess we'll get rolling here. Like I said, there's been a lot of steam that's come in here on college basketball, but I'm sure there'll be more, and we'll just keep you updated as part of our college basketball coverage. We could preview a couple of games here, but we can get rolling right in with the show right now. There's so much other news coming in, so let's get rolling here. And thank you for joining me. All right, let's get it. This is a big card today for sure uh, in NBA basketball. So let's get rolling with it. And remember, it's interesting, right? Because, like I said yesterday, maybe I would think the motivation is there to play in those NBA, play well and win those NBA Cup games. As much as we want to make fun of the NBA Cup a little bit or think it's a gimmick, they're playing for the money. And maybe we should just do away with the regular season and just play a big tournament with 7-game series, and that'll eliminate everybody take it off the game, right? There you won't be sitting out in the games if every game is an important game. You just play a big old tournament with a bunch of 7-game series for about 5 months or something, and maybe have more cities and more teams and more entries. Maybe that could solve their problem. I don't know if anybody'd like that, but okay, let's get into it right now with the action here in the NBA. Let's answer Curtis first. Here, Super True Story. Hello, Curtis says, "What do you think? What about the fight this weekend? We kind of should have mentioned it, right? As one of the big stories here. Who do you think will win in the Tyson fight? Right? You know what I'm on? I'm on a draw. I think at the end they'll hug each other. Oh, this was great. They're only going to fight for 16 minutes, technically, 8 2-minute rounds with 14-ounce gloves. How much damage can they really do to one another, right? I know the, storylines and everything as far as like, hey, we know Mike's 58 years old. He's got certain health issues. Certainly, if you look at him, he's still a tank of a man, right? He is in better. Yes, okay. We've got all these ailments. I feel it too, Mike. Just a couple of years younger than Mike, but he's looking good. Hey, I'm looking good. I can't believe you guys. What happened? I mean, the sexiest man of the year. I wasn't even on the list. There as the sexiest man came out. The guy who was the guy from. Oh gosh, what's his Kowalski? Oh God, I don't remember his name. He's a sexy man. But nonetheless, the thing about Mike is still a tank of a man, right? And don't forget, one thing that's never going to leave Mike is he was technically one of the greatest, technically. I mean, of course, he was one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, but also don't forget his technical skills were almost beyond reproach. Is that the right word? He was incredible with that because of his teaching, his training, his discipline early in his life before he went off the rails a little bit. Remember, with Customato and the way that he was reared to be a great champion, that was a whole different story than after he got successful. And you could say, not throwing all the physical elements aside, that maybe Mike is a little more stable these days in the head than he was even back after he was getting a little off the rails a little bit. He kind of got it together a little bit. Still probably already lost a few cells. Oh, Sir Mackey loves pie. I can't believe it. And he says pecan pie is disgusting. I feel like that's one of those things I'm not supposed to say on the air. Let me say it again. Sir Mackey loves pie. Okay, it doesn't sound like any kind of tricky. Thank you, Sir Mackey, for being in here. And yes, I'm not a big fan of pecan pie. All right. Arthur Mead says you got UMass tonight. I think it's in my preview, certainly. UMass, some steam came in that game, actually, on the under. And I think that's my pick, actually. All right, here we go. Let's get started with the previews here in the NBA and start a big card, no doubt about it here. So kind of weird that they do that right after the first day. I know not all the teams played in their cup games there. So remember, it'll be on Tuesdays and Fridays. So we're back to regular action here right now with the Pacers taking on the Magic here tonight in this one. You've got this one about a pick 'em here right now. There's definitely a move on the Magic. The widely reported steam came in here on the Magic in this one, and they steamed this one, believe it or not, to the over, but that hasn't been the case on the move right now. This one was as high as 227, and now we're seeing it maybe even as low as 223.5. So, yeah, the steam comes in, but that doesn't always mean that's going to be the line move eventually, as we've seen this one lower here in action tonight. Let's see what we got here. We got definitely some injuries here for Orlando with Nesmith is out. Nembhard is out as well. And let's roll a few trends at you two here in this one and see what you guys have as well between Indiana and Orlando here. Indiana's had a pretty successful time actually against Orlando in recent matchups between these kind of familiar foes. So let's take a look at some of those numbers here right away. Of course, Indiana coming in right now at 5-5. Orlando comes in at 6-6 currently. For Indy, however, they are 6-4 against the spread overall, but Orlando's 4-1 against the spread so far at home. Of course, they're dealing without their superstar here right now. The steam you just heard, folks, is on Harvard here in action tonight against Northeastern. Northeastern was a 3-point favorite, but they're going down here to at least 2.5, maybe 2 here. Harvard is taking the steam right now this morning here on the Morning Steam. All right. Also for these two, Indy is 7-3 to the over so far this season. Like I said, the steam's on the over. It feels like there might even be some value here for overs players, Joe. What do you think of that? For Indiana, they've covered the spread in 4 out of the last 5 meetings here in Orlando between these two teams. They've done pretty well over the last couple of seasons here. Orlando, though, like I said, faring well here at home, 5-0. How will they continue to do it without their star? It looks okay so far here. This is still going to be a tough game, but interesting move here, certainly to Orlando here tonight. Again, Indiana's just 2-4 at home so far. Here comes another steam play in here in college basketball between Ball State and Dayton. The total is headed over here right now. The steam is rolling in. It was 141, but it's going to go up to 142, maybe even 142.5 here. Steam coming in, Ball State and Dayton. So, all right, let's see what you guys have with Indiana and Orlando here. Look, it's funny because Orlando's 4-1 against the spread at home. Like I said, 5-0 straight up, but they're just 1-5 as an underdog against the spread. Now it is a pick 'em now, so I guess they're not technically an underdog anymore. Let's see what you guys have though. Not many comments here actually on our first game, but let's see if anybody wants to get involved here. Fernando, he likes the under here in this one. Thomas does like Orlando here to still get it done. And let's see what else. Dave's watching The Hangover right now, I think. And Robert McCormick says, take the Magic. Joe says, I'm going over no matter what the total is here in this one. And that's what I'm going to do as well. I think for me, it lends to the steam, the widely reported steam was on the over. We've seen some overs here, obviously, like I said. Orlando's Indiana is 7-3 to the over this season. I think I said that already. So let me just go with it right now and get my play out there. Hello to Rich. He says, give me Orlando and the over here. Kind of want to I really want to consider the Pacers here in this one, but man, they got some guys on there. The Magic, maybe good chemistry here. Even without Banchero, maybe they can still continue to play well. All right, let's move on. Thank you, chat. It's going to be the Celtics taking on the Nets here tonight in action here. Let me get you a little college basketball action, though, real quick, with some more steam coming in with Jacksonville State. They're taking on Georgia State here in this one. It was a 4.5 or so, but it's going to be probably 5.5 here. 4 or 5.5. The steam is coming in right now on Jacksonville State and their matchup against Georgia State. All right, the Celtics are taking on the Nets tonight in action here. Look, we saw last night the Celtics lose that game there against the Hawks. Bit of a surprise there, certainly. The Celtics were caught napping, and the Hawks were able to upset them here in the first game of the NBA Cup. And now some people are saying, well, the Celtics were looking ahead to this one against the Nets. How could that be the case? This isn't for the money or anything like that, right? So I just thought that was a little bit of a stretch. The Celtics come in 9-3. Brooklyn comes in 5-6. We know Brooklyn has been our moneymaker here a lot of the season right now. They are 9-2 against the spread so far, 4-1 against the spread at home. A little bit of steam here. I want to report North Texas right now in college basketball is taking steam here right now. It is a game we're going to preview. North Texas is at Minnesota. It was Minnesota was favored by 1, but it's a pick'em right now, and maybe even North Texas could be moving to the favorite here tonight. North Texas and Minnesota at 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific time. Okay, Boston's done a pretty good job on the road for 2-1 against the spread overall. This series, Boston has won 5 straight here at Brooklyn. I mean, they're the better team. We know that, but Brooklyn, man, they've been covering like nobody's business here right now. What are we going to do here in this one with Boston and Brooklyn? Boston is 2-5 to the under on the road so far this season. See if we get any comments here with the Boston and Brooklyn.
Steam play.
With Rich, he says, I like the Nets and I like that steam. He didn't say the steam, but the widely reported steam did come in on the over here in this one. Hey, gang, let me pass along if you guys watch that EuroLeague action here every on Tuesdays and Wednesdays on ESPN Plus. If you like that league here, as Carlos just closed out a win for us there today. Here's the thing, right? Carlos was sick the other day. He didn't look good. But you know what? He put a Breathe Right strip on here today, a pink one, and I think it's changed everything for Carlos today. He felt better, he looked better, and he rolled here to victory. We gave out Carlos. The word was that he was feeling better, and it looked a lot better. And Rublev, yeah, well, you know how he can look sometimes. 6-3, 7-6 tiebreaker goes to Alcaraz here. Good tiebreaker there, it looked like, but Alcaraz with the win. All right, some more steam here right now. Man, let's keep it rolling. Tulsa is taking some steam here in college basketball. They're taking on Oral Roberts tonight. Who's got Oral? Not the Sharps here, apparently. They like Tulsa. It opened as low as 8.5, I think, maybe lower. Right now, this thing's headed north of 9.5. This thing's going to be double digits here with Tulsa tonight against Oral Roberts. Tulsa just took the steam. Also, want to report that Euro steam that came in. EuroLeague steam, Barcelona and Partizan today is going under. Right now, it was 164.5. 165.5 on the opener. We're seeing a big move to the under here. Barcelona and Partizan, EuroLeague basketball. Look, if you're looking for some action here, the matches are on ESPN Plus. You can watch some pretty high-level basketball early in the afternoon if you watch the Euro League. So you'll see some players you might even recognize over there. So we'll try to pass along that to you when it comes in. All right. Nets and over there for Rich, as we said. And Thomas says, let's keep taking these nets right now. Let's keep taking these nets. Bobby Mack is on the over. You know Joe T's on the over. I think he's just got copy and paste, and he just keeps putting over in there every time. So you know what, Joe's young guy, young optimistic man, and I'm an old folk, so he's over, right? Old crusty, and I'm like under. As a like they say when the time changed last week, right? We go from sunshine and happiness to darkness and misery. All right. Let's see here. Steam play in here. College basketball, Wyoming and Texas Tech tonight. Game total moving to the over here. It was as low as 144, I believe, but now we're seeing it here move up to probably 145. It looks like Wyoming and Texas Tech taking the steam here this morning. All right, let's keep it rolling. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good day, if you know what I mean. And I think Jermaine says it's going to be a rout. Says the Boston will. Are they mad? Are they about what happened yesterday, or what? They'll get the blowout. He says here today. And all right, I think that might be it on this one. Robert also, Bobby Mack also had Carlos there. Looks like good job. All right, hey, I'm gonna keep rolling here with the Nets right now. I'm gonna take the Nets. They've been getting the money every time, and maybe Boston is in a position of just want to do enough here on some of these. Maybe we deserve to get more points with the Nets. Right now, that line is at 8.5, and we're also seeing this one on the move higher, 218.5. Going up here with that widely rewarded steam that came in Boston and Brooklyn. Dave likes the under here, by the way. Thank you, Dave. Just wait a little bit. You'll get a better number here. Next up, the Bulls are going to take on the Knicks. And the Knicks also played yesterday. Remember, we had them, Team Steam consensus, in that win over Philadelphia yesterday. So the Knicks playing on the back-to-back here, but they are at home, laying 8.5 here right now. And the total, 231.5. This one has gone much, much higher here, it feels like today. There we go. Probably 231.5 right now in this one with the Bulls and the Knicks. All right, for these two, New York has beaten the Knicks. New York has beaten the Bulls in 7 of the last 9 meetings here at the Garden. And let's see here. Chicago just 2-4 to the number in their last 6 games coming into this one. Chicago just 4-7. The Knicks are 5-5. Knicks are coming off. The Bulls are coming off of a loss here in their last contest to Cleveland at home, but the Bulls did get the money in that one. So far, the Knicks are 2-1 against the spread at home so far. Knicks are 0-3 to the under at home this season, but the Bulls are 4-2 to the over on the road. I got to take the under in this one. I get it. I know it's supposed to be going probably through the roof with these two teams, but like I said, Knicks 0-3 to the under so far at home here. Are they really going to let this one get away from them a little bit? They're the favorite. Why wouldn't they have the upper hand here against the Bulls right now? Let's see what you guys are going to say. And I got to just, did I hear some background steam too here? It's in hockey. The Washington Capitals are getting steamed here right now from $1.25, moving higher here to $1.30 or so in their game against the Leafs tonight. We'll preview the NHL action in just a little bit, but the Capitals are on the move here right now as a steam play. And right now also coming in is Arkansas in college basketball, taking the steam here right now tonight. Arkansas is on the move. They were a 12.5 point favorite here, but they're moving higher right now in their game tonight against Troy. This one's headed to 13, it feels like 13.5. Arkansas taking the steam here right now against Troy on the show. All right, let's see what you guys want to do here with the Bulls and the Knicks. And take a look here, and it's going to be, let's see, Fernando also went with the Nets there. Thomas is on the Bulls. And the Nets became a consensus play here with some of the action there. Maybe Fernando, I think that's maybe what Thomas said, either hello to Fernando or maybe that Fernando's play is what sent the Nets into consensus territory here. I'm on them, you're on them. Team Steam, consensus play number 1. So someone's going to have the Nets here tonight, whether you like it or not. All right, let's see what else, anything here in this one. And Thomas doesn't have the hang loose sign in his phone here. I think here I did get a new iPhone. My iPhone came in. Thanks for all your subscriptions and support. I'm rolling high roller here with my new iPhone, but really I needed it because this old phone wasn't doing too good. I got a new phone. Woo! And I was like, hey, man, they don't even send chargers with these things anymore. They just expect you to use your old USB now that they don't have the lightning port. I couldn't even figure that out. I'm like, how am I going to charge this thing? Well, they went back to the old C port, and, everybody's got a million of those. So I was panicking there. I'm like, how can I charge this phone? You can order one off Amazon for like $5, but all right. So Dave, send me it. Oh, you already did. Dave sent me it. My first text was Dave just a little while ago. You heard it go off. Thanks, Dave. All right, Bobby Mack going under here. Arthur says, give me the Bulls and the points. I'm already on the hook here. I'm going under with the Bulls and the Knicks tonight. I get it. It's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think it's getting a little bit ridiculous. 231.5. I'm going to have to go under here. All right. Thomas on the under. Dave's on the under. And also, it's a consensus play. Wow. Okay. All right. Hey, as long as I'm on it and you're on it, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Let's keep it rolling here on the morning steam and go to the Pelicans and the Thunder in this one. And we got a big favorite here. The Thunder, of course, playing terrific here right now. Boy, wouldn't the networks love it, Thomas, if it was the Thunder and the Cavs in the finals here? We got a long way to go, but all right. Thunder here, 14.5. The Pelicans, of course, are on a losing streak for sure, so it's a big problem right now. A little bit of steam coming in. Let me update you right now with some more college basketball news. They're taking Oakland tonight against Illinois. This one's on the Big Ten Network tonight. It was 23.5, but it looks like we're going down here to 22.5, maybe even 22. They're taking the Oakland Golden Grizzlies in their game tonight here against the Illinois Fighting Illini. Steam right now. Oakland Golden Grizzlies. All right, New Orleans here against OKC. New Orleans, big time losing streak. They're 0-5 against the spread on the road. They're 2-9 against the spread overall. OKC's done a nice job. We know they've done a nice job. They're 9-2 so far, 7-4 against the spread. So getting most of the numbers. It's getting a little dicey though here at 14.5. I'm even thinking it's getting a little dicey at 14.5. How high can we go in this situation right now? Now, New Orleans has had success against Oklahoma City. We just know that New Orleans is down here right now and obviously not looking too good. The total has just gone up here in the last couple of minutes to about 223.5, and I don't know why or how. I'm not saying it's a big time under here, but I think I might be feeling like it could go under. These two teams have trended to the over so far this season. New Orleans is 7-3-1 to the over so far this season, and OKC is 4-2 to the over at home, 6-4 to the over as a favorite. But New Orleans has long, has been going under quite a bit on the road, dating back to last season. This season, like I said, just 2-3 to the under. But you look at all these over trends with these two teams early on, both teams going over, combining for 13-8 to the over so far. But New Orleans is 2-3 to the under on the road. So I'm going to try the under here in this one with New Orleans and OKC here tonight. New Orleans has covered 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two in Oklahoma City. And, these are semi-familiar foes with one another. It's just a matter of these injury woes right now, for New Orleans. Or I say injury woes, maybe it's building up. I mean, Alvarado's now out. We know Zion's out. Murray's been out for a while here now. So, McCollum's been out forever here. Herb Jones has been out. So it's just been a terrible time so far for New Orleans. We know Chet Holmgren, I'll just say it a few more times before we send Chet off into the sunset of discussion here for obviously a couple of months, but should be noted that Chet going to miss extended time here, obviously, right now. Forward Jalen Williams out of this game as well. So bummer for Chet there. As I was reading his, he had sent out a tweet about, I guess he's had this injury or a similar injury before. That doesn't sound good. I mean, he's not exactly is a kind of a frail, tall guy. He's a pretty strong dude. You know what I mean? But all right, go ahead, fam. Let's hear it. Pelicans and Thunder. I'm already on the under here. I'm not sure about 14.5. It's just that everything's gone wrong for the Pelicans, and you really have to, go with the old plug your nose theory. Let's see what we got here. And hit the like and subscribe. Mikey Money told me we went up, on our likes by 12 yesterday. That's pretty good for a show like ours. That, like I said, we're getting about 350 views right now. So proud of this community here. Arthur wants to go over. He's going against me here. That's okay. And what else? Fernando, was leaning to the under here in this one, I think. And not much from you guys in this game with the 14-point spread is what it probably feels like. So, here's Robert's going to have, and of course, Robert's going to help me out with a little action. He says Pelicans team total to go under here. So, like I said, the move is going over here a little bit. And I guess you can see it with these two teams kind of trending over here so far, but the widely reported steam was apparently on the under, and I think I got some value here. I'm going to try it. All right. Let's keep it moving right now with the action here on the morning steam and go hello to Kelly in the chat popping up there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to Sir Mackey as well. Talking about me as an international sex symbol. And why I wasn't on the list of people's sexiest men here. I got a few flaws. I know everyone knows, but still personality should go a long way. All right, here we go. Cavaliers going to take on the Sixers here tonight in this one. We saw the Sixers yesterday. Embiid, he said he's not going to play the back-to-backs. I mean, that's the story here. So you can believe him if you want. You can, maybe he's trolling us a little bit, but we'll see what exactly happens with the Sixers out there here tonight. Now, he's only listed as questionable so far, but he said he's not playing back-to-backs, and every time he goes out there, he's practically hurt. So why should he, I guess, if you're the Sixers, other than maybe you want to try to have a good season, make the playoffs or something, and your team's 2-8 right now. So not good here, and you're firing against the incredible undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers here right now, 12-0, 9-3 against the spread. Paul George is questionable. Tyrese Maxey's going to be out here still for a while. Jared Allen is questionable for the Cavs here tonight. So that's just the issue here right now with Philadelphia. I mean, they're bad. You need your best player in there, try to salvage the season here. It's a long way to go, but 2-8, and you don't look that good anyways. I mean, there's the Sixers going to be hard pressed to make the playoffs. It feels like, easy to say right now, but it doesn't look like it's going to be turning around anytime soon. So, all right, 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. The Sixers have covered 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams, but you have these issues here tonight, and you have the Cavs laying some big points on the road here at 9, and the total currently at 218.5. I'm showing some 9.5s here right now at a few books as well. In fact, I'm showing 9.5 at most of the books. The sharp books are holding the line here a little bit at 9 at this point. So let's see what you guys have here with these two teams. Like I said, Sixers here, 2-8 straight up, 2-8 against the spread so far this season. All right, the widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game. Let's see what you got. Here comes Dave. Oh, Dave went under in the Thunder game. Thomas starts us off with the Cavaliers and the over here in this one. Justin has that prop going on Jared Allen. Like I said, be cautious here. He does have a leg injury coming into this one. Kent State is taking some steam here right now in college basketball tonight. We know Kent State's playing football, Thomas. We're going to rely on Thomas tonight. We got the Maction. It's all about the Buckeye State tonight in Maction, it feels like. Kent State, though, in basketball is taking steam here right now in their matchup here with Auburn tonight. It was as high as they took them at 22.5 here in this one. This one, I would think, I think they're going to play Kent State pretty heavy here. This one already 22 or 21.5, I think. I could see this one going to 20. That's just my observation there. All right. We'll keep it going right now here on the morning steam. And let's see here. Over here for Dave in this one. And Jermaine likes Garland's PRA under. AOD says the Sixers are ready to just tank the season. Robert likes the over here in this one. I can't disagree with that with the season series the way it is. I mean, nobody's going to want to take the Sixers, it feels like, here tonight. Good morning to Markel. And Jermaine says, let me see if I can get a little bit more information on the Jarrett Allen. Maybe we can get the beat writer news here a little bit real quick. I don't want to set you astray and tell you watch for the injury and it isn't a factor. But let me see if the beat writer has something here in this one. All right. And let's see. Sir Mackey was on the Pacers back there. Markel's got my man Evan Mobley here. And I want to say a very special hello and welcome to Mr. Higgs himself. Thank you, Sean, for stopping by and saying hello. I think about it when I watch Sean on his show and all the other shows, right? I think the way that Higgsy goes through all the comments. I feel like the Morning Steam is a kind of a compilation of all the shows that I've watched and have watched over the years. All right. And I just kind of put my own twist on it, interact with the chat, make some plays, things like that. So thanks, Sean, for saying hi. Really appreciate you so much, my friend. Okay. Here's a Philly Eagle Flyer saying hello and wine time here as well. All right. Appreciate that. Looks like no other plays because everybody, Sean's got everybody hot. Here's the thing, Sean. Maybe you just got here. Sean, I guess so. Uh, I guess if I did not win the world's sexiest man award last night, I guess I didn't have a chance because Sean would have won and I would have only come in second, he says here. So, all right. We didn't win this time around, uh, Higgs, but we know who the lookers are on sports internet betting shows anyway. All right, I gotta make a call on this game here, and this game sucks, doesn't it? With the Cavs here laying this big number, I actually think this is the right spot for the Sixers here. Get Embiid out of the lineup, and let's just settle in and take on these uh, confident Cavaliers here a little bit. Really want. I'm gonna take the just going to take the over here in this one with the Cavs and the Sixers. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Maybe we'll have a little better luck here. The Pistons taking on the Bucks in this one, and great job by the Pistons last night. Wasn't that an exciting finish there? Both teams played last night, but the Pistons, that spectacular alley-oop to take the lead late, and they got it done in the win there yesterday over the Heat in overtime. Great job there. Now the Bucks, against the Raptors yesterday, they did pull away confidently and got that money pretty easy in the end, kind of spoiling Toronto's great run of covering numbers here. But nonetheless, they're still going to have to lay a number here to the Pistons tonight. Pistons took the widely reported steam here, and the steam was also on the under here, which these two teams certainly have been going under this season. That 217's long gone. It's about 215.5 here right now. The Bucks still a 5.5 point favorite or so in this one, but that number going lower here, it feels like right now. For these two teams coming in to this one here, let's take a look at some of the numbers for this series. Milwaukee's won 16 of the last 17 meetings between these two teams, including 5 straight here right now. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. These two teams definitely going under here, as I said, so far this season. The Bucks are just 3-8 right now overall here, straight up, and 4-7 currently against the number. For the Pistons, come in here looking pretty sharp, just 5-7, but 7-5 to the number. Like I said, that widely reported steam came in on the Pistons, and after they're playing with such good energy here, it feels like right now. Kind of want to get on them again. Let's see what you guys have in the chat, if anything here. I want to thank you so much, Sean, everybody. Let's do it. My goodness, he treats us so well on these channels. It's just unbelievable. And I don't know how raunchy I can get with Sean here. I guess I took second. Higgsy gets first. Sean, thank you again so much for supporting us here on the channel, and everybody you go out of the way to support on all these channels. Of course, we all who follow you duly note it here, sir. So thank you. Let me at least send the confetti or balloons here a little bit for Sean. Thank you so much, Sean, for all of your support. And go Chargers. I'm pretty sure I looked it up. Go Fulsher this week. I even looked it up, Sean. You know how I roll. Dave knows how I roll with high school football, and I know that last week Fulsher had a bye into the playoffs. So undefeated Fulsher going into the playoffs there. And I told Sean, I said, "Oh, I see him here at the beginning of the season." And yeah, they moved up. Might have been, I don't know, I didn't remember totally, but had to be at least 12 to 14 spots from where they were at the beginning of the season. Right as the season was starting, I think they'd won a couple of games. You mentioned it. I looked it up, of course, because that's what I do with my high school show with Dave. And I saw Fulsher. I went back and said, "Oh, I wonder if they won this week." You were talking about it on one of the shows, and I noticed they had a bye because they're good and they got a bye. So good luck to the Fulsher Chargers this week. All right, let's keep it going here right now with let's get your play, everybody. The Pistons and the Bucks. And it's going to be Bucks are a joke, says AOD. And let's see here. Cade to keep rolling there, man. Every time this guy gets the ball right now, it's a must. Got to keep your eye on this dude. Want to say hello to and welcome Julian Cesario here. First take Sean to come in here to get Julian to say hi. And even Sean is eligible to win, even though he had the $50 dono. And the best we're probably going to do on the new feature here that we have on the show, the consensus parlay that you can win. Probably won't win that much here unless we get a few more consensus plays. All right. Kelly says the Bucks own this team, no doubt. And let's see here. Markel maybe going with Giannis. Kelly says these two teams definitely trend. They trend over in the seasons in the heads up series. There's no doubt right now these two teams going under for sure this season, right? Detroit 0-5 to the under on the road. The Bucks are 1-4 to the under at home. These two teams are a combined 7-16 to the under so far. But for the heads-up matchup, these two, as I said, 5 of the last 6 have gone over between these two. All right, here we go. Robert McCormick is on the Bucks here in this one. And also, let's see. Wine Time says it's going to be a great high school football night. I got to say, because Dave's in here, we talk about high school sports where Dave and I grew up. But if you want to see Dave on cam, everybody watch us tonight. We're going to do a little high school football preview like we do every week. And we've got 10 games tonight. We're going to preview our local teams. You guys might not be interested in the teams or what we have to say about them. But if you want to see Dave and I talking a little football together, join me over there. Dave can tell us where to find it here. But we do the sports in the East County of San Diego. We follow one conference. That's all I could handle. We follow one conference, a conference that Dave and I both attended high school in, and a couple of private Christian schools as well, because, that's how we roll. All right, let's see here. Bucks are the play here, says Kelly. And let's see. Can't back Doc Rivers right now. How long is he going to have a show? All right. And I think that might be it. I'm looking through to see if you guys have anything here. Just kind of ragging on the Bucks here. Oh, AOD says take the Bucks. I don't know if I don't want to take the Bucks. I don't want to take the Bucks. And all right, it might be it. Oh, the Bucks are a consensus play. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, man. Okay, Bucks are a consensus play. I don't know if I can. I'll just back off. Here. I'm going to take the under here in this one. I know the series history says over, but these two teams, this is about as harsh as it gets right now for teams going under this year. I know that number is a little bit low. I'll take the under. You guys put it in. Team consensus. We've got 3 plays right now. You figure if we can get 400 views on this one, hey, we're going to have a little bit of a payoff finally here today. At least $24, it feels like right now. So maybe we can surpass the Higgs Dono for the consensus parlay. Everyone, just comment in the chat, and you're eligible to win the consensus parlay. All right. Thanks, you guys. Think that might be it. Great comments here. I'm having trouble getting through them all here on this game. And Sir Mackey says Pistons first half. Michael Jimenez says lay it with the Bucks here. Both teams on the back-to-back, like we said. All right. I think I've gotten through them all here. So let's move on to the next game. Here's one more. Here's a prop here. Giannis. I'll assume. I'm always going to assume because – I used to be that guy that would say, well, what do you want? Over or under on his PRA? I'm going to assume it's always over unless designated. I've figured that much out. All right, let's keep it moving here right now with the Wizards taking on the Spurs in this one. You got the Spurs, a big favorite here, 9.5 now. Here, I'm seeing even 10 at some of the square books right now. The total is about 225. Washington just 2-7 so far. They're on a losing streak currently for sure. The widely reported steam has come in here on the Spurs, going from 8.5 up to 9.5 or 10 here right now. The Spurs are 4-2 to the number at home so far. Washington, not only 2-7 straight up, but 2-7 against the spread, just 1-3 against the spread on the road here right now. Spurs have been going under here a little bit. They've gone under in 2 of their 6 home game, or under in 4 of their 6 home games so far this season. The widely reported steam did come in on the under here, but hasn't been too significant of a move so far. In fact, the opening number was higher than this right now. I want to say it went from 220 223 all the way down to 220 or so, but now back up here to 2. Is that right? Am I reading that market move correctly? All right. I might take a little more investigating, but I'm interested in the total, so I might just have to pull the trigger here on the show. I do know that 12 of the last 18 meetings between these two teams, 12 of the last 17 meetings between these two teams have gone over. San Antonio has long dominated this series, even through the tumultuous times of these two franchises lately. The Spurs have won 22 of the last 24 meetings between these two teams overall. All right, go ahead. Let's see what you guys have here in this one between the Wizards and the Spurs. Like I said, the widely reported steam came in on the under here. I'm going to take the under in this one with the Wizards and the Spurs. Let's get your play and comment here right now. And start it off with AOD says Wemby's going to have a big game. Kelly says Spurs and under since Sochan went out. She likes kind of this situation maybe with the under. Is that what Kelly's saying here right now? He's got that thumb injury. It's going to be a while for Sochan here right now. And let's see here. Thank you very much, Patrick. You're so cool, man, with that. I really appreciate you, man. All right. Spurs on a roll here. He's got Johnson over on his points right now. And AOD says, who's going to stop Wemby in this one? And let me see how strong Wemby is on the head-to-head matchup here, maybe with the game tonight. If I can, without delaying the show here, I'm just going to keep it moving. All right. And Michelangelo, thank you, brother. I'm sorry about that. Yep. Yeah, that one's going to take me a couple times to get straight. Thank you, my friend. All right, here's Patrick. Here's Robert's going to be on the Spurs here in this one tonight. Markel says he'll take a Wemby and his steals and blocks over. And Michelangelo also on the Spurs here. And let's see, Thomas likes the under, and wow, look at this. It's going to be a consensus play. We're going to have a big one tonight. Thomas is feeling the heat, and we're going to take a consensus move here on the under here. I'm on the under. Consensus is on the under. So we got 4 plays. Who's going to have the consensus parlay tonight? We're going to be rolling a big one here. Tease the Spurs, says Kelly. And we have Dave on the under as well. How about that? Okay. The funny thing is, actually, Wemby is bigger this year than he was last year. He is thicker this year than he was last year. His weight shows that, and I think his appearance shows that as well. All right. Look at this. We got Sir Mackey. He wants to. It looks like he wants to play a little overseas action as well here today. Thank you, Sir Mackey. Yeah, he's got a little Euro Cup here. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about that one, but looks like it. Looks like one of those Euro Cup teams, but different than the Euro League. I mean, Euro Cup, different. I don't even think that was Euro Cup, actually. All right, thanks. So, all right, let me keep rolling here with the Clippers and the Rockets here tonight. Rockets a 5-point favorite here in this one. The total is at 215, down to maybe it's down to 213 or so. Yeah, it's down here for sure in this one. This one continues to drop a little bit here with the Clippers taking on the Rockets. Hey, I've been happy with my Clippers so far this season. I mean, maybe the prognosis, if you're going to go out there and not be able to roll with without Kawhi here at this point or whatever, but they were on a winning streak before they lost that last game to OKC. They still got the money by a half a point, but I'm pleased so far. I'm not disappointed with the way things are going for the Clippers here, and they're taking on the Rockets, no doubt, doing a great job as well. Rockets are 7-4, Clippers are 6-5, and they have opposite spread records. Houston 6-5 to the numbers so far. The Clippers 7-4 to the spread, but 4-0 on the road against the spread so far. Hey, right now, you guys, a little bit of action here to talk about with want to break this in here actually because this is a little bit big. The Grey Cup. The total is moving right now on the Grey Cup. You might know if you don't. The championship of Canadian football is coming up here this weekend. It's going to be Toronto taking on Winnipeg. There's steam right now on the over. It was 49 and a half, but right now it is already 50 and a half at Bovada, currently moving here also 50 and a half at Circa. Toronto and Winnipeg. The story here is, of course, the quarterback for Toronto, Kelly's out of this game with a serious injury. So he is not playing in this game, but the total's still moving higher here right now in the Grey Cup this Sunday. And as I was told by somebody in the chat, because we can't have a Grey Cup indoors. That's just wrong, but apparently it's being played in BC Place. So I didn't like that. Got to have the Grey Cup outdoors. Got to have a little bit of cold weather here in the middle of November now. Okay, let's keep rolling though here. Clippers and Rockets. Go ahead and put your play up here if you want in this one. Clippers have won 5 straight games in Houston. How about that? I just feel like they're gutsy. Clippers have also won 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. So widely reported steam came in on the over. These two teams have gone under for sure so far. Clippers are under in 7 of their 11 games so far this season. Also 1-3 to the under on the road here thus far. So let's see what you have here in this one. Like I said, it's down from 215 to 213 right now. I'm going to take the Clippers. I feel like that's my premium, but I don't know about this total. I'm kind of confused. So let me just go to the side. I'm taking the Clippers in this one. And let's see what we got from you guys. Oh, Michael says it just keeps changing on it. Yeah, you know what, Mike? I don't know what I think right? Because I know you said your other name, but I often have the same problem with I log in and it looks like my old icon on the top, but yet it, sometimes I'm on the shows and I comment under a different name and I'm like, it's not what I want people to see. Thomas is on the Clippers here with me in this one. And Kelly says, watch out. Harden still looking, what can you say? I think Jermaine here, he's saying over with Zubac's assists over. These are his, okay. These are all of his plays, I think. I think it's over in this game. LeBron over in his game. Zubac's over in his, LeBron over assists in his game, Zubats over rebounds in his game, and Van Vliet under in his PRA. Thank you, Jermaine. And Andrew G says, Le Coupe Gray. Le Coupe, that's the name. That's the gray. He's saying Gray Cup. He's saying the Gray Cup. That's what he's saying. I took French in high school. That was a bad decision. Should have taken Spanish. My Spanish is not very good for someone who has Mexican heritage. Don't I look it? All right. I think that might be it for this one. Robert going over here in this one. And Dave going under, however. I'm just taking the Clippers. Hi, Ron Young here today. He'll go over in the Rockets game. And James Harden for a triple-double here for Markel. Michelangelo's with the Clippers here with me. I'll take the Clippers as my play here on the show. And that's it. Let's move on here. A couple more here. The Grizzlies and the Lakers. The Lakers are favored in this one by 6.5, and the total is 230. Here in this one, let me make sure of that, because I know we're seeing a move to the total here for sure. 231.5. This one's on the move higher right now with the Lakers and the Grizzlies 6.5. Now 231.5 here. Total moving higher here for sure. Memphis comes in 7-4. The Lakers are 6-4. Memphis has won 3 straight. The Lakers have won 2 in a row here right now. Lakers 5-0 against the spread at home so far this season. Memphis, like I said, they're 6-4 against the spread. Their last 10 games, just 2-1 against the spread on the road. I guess maybe they're a little bit down there on the road, but Memphis has gone over in 7 of their 11 games so far this season. See what you guys have maybe here in this one. These two teams have gone over in 5 straight meetings. The widely reported steam came in on the over, and we're seeing that move here right now to 231.5 or so. And doesn't seem like it's a bad idea here, it feels like. Go ahead, gang, if you want to comment here on this one. Clippers pretty good at home. Still got to lay a number here. And we're going to start off, Thomas. We're going to start off here with the Lakers. And let's see, Markel, I think he's going with the Lakers. I think he says take him on an alternate line. Take a little plus money here at -10 to roll the Grizzlies today. We did see, right? I do want to check the injured list actually here in the game, right? Because we did see Anthony Davis with that eye injury. We also saw John Morant kind of having a little bit of a problem there with his hip. The forecast for his return, I believe, has changed a little bit. I don't have it. I don't have it right now. So, out indefinitely right now. Okay, Davis is probable with that eye injury, like Dave Dickens said with me in the chat, right? Could we see Anthony Davis with the Kareem goggles on tonight? And Thomas says already here, we barely got to it, but he says the Lakers are a consensus play. They fired on this one already. You guys, all right, I'll take the over. If you guys are consensus on the Lakers, I'll pivot here a little bit, and I will go to the over in this one as my pick. Kelly said last 5 have gone over. And Robert says I got to go over as usual here with the Lakers. No, he says over, and as usual, I'll take LeBron over with his assists at home. We saw the debut. And by the way, Robert, he had the under in that in the African Cup of Unders game, in Cameroon and Namibia just finished 0-0. So what does that match have to do? A lot in common with my social life. Very little scoring. All right. Sir Mackey says, Yeah, he's dipping his onion rings in that mayo again. I can't get behind that, but I am a Heinz ketchup guy, so who am I to judge? All right, Kelly says Memphis beat him back on November 4th. Don't forget Ramon in that game. It was 131, 114. Memphis was a 4-point favorite, and the total in that one was 233 and a half. And let's see here. Andrew says AD will be back. Grizzlies shorthanded. Yeah, not only we cover that, not only with Ja, but also we know Desmond Bane's been out now for a week. Marcus Smart questionable also tonight. Okay.
System playing.
Let's see what we got. Andrew says not only are they covering, they're really doing it. Jermaine's got a prop here with Austin Reeves. Michelangelo says go over. And I want to say hello to Tom Reghard here joining us in the chat. Hope I got that one right, Tom. And good morning. And yeah, you're in. You're in for the consensus parlay just by commenting here. You have a chance to win. We've already got 4 consensus plays. So, man, is that right? 4 or was it 5? 5 consensus plays. I know. Okay, I know how to. I know how to. 3 teams. That's 6-1. Now it could be a minus 105 or a 115 in there. I enter in the parlay 5 minutes before whatever the views are on the YouTube, and that 1 penny per view, that's how much of the consensus parlay I'll put in, and you'll win whatever we got. We got 5 teams in the parlay here right now, so should be awesome tonight for somebody. Okay, I hope we got it here. Kelly saying never bet on the Lakers in the first quarter. Jermaine here, I think he's got the prop. All right, I'll take the over. Consensus is on the Lakers here. Wow, a 5-teamer so far. Woo! Minnesota and Portland. Wait a minute. We just had this matchup in the NBA Cup, but they're going to be right back at it again here with these 2 teams tonight. After what we saw last night, we had the over here on the show last night. I bet almost every side in total in every game pretty much because I just like to play the landscape, the moves, the market. I couldn't come up with a play yesterday in the game with these 2 teams, but maybe we can here tonight. Let me know what's going on with you guys in game number 2 between Minnesota 6-5. Portland comes in 4-8. They've lost 2 straight now following the game there last night. Minnesota's just 4-7 against the spread here so far. 4-7 as a favorite against the spread here so far. So, gosh, do you really want to lay all these points, even as bad as they've been? Hey, we're getting the news right now. I think we knew this one for sure, right? But Trevor Lawrence is going to be out again this week in the game on Sunday. But that one just coming down the line here a little bit that he will miss another game for sure here with that shoulder problem. Lawrence will miss the game this weekend. All right. Go ahead, gang, if you want to come in here with this one with Portland. We just saw it last night. So Minnesota has gone over in 4 of their 5 road games so far this season. This series has now gone over in 5 straight meetings following last night's game, 230 points on a 221.5. But hey, they're going to deal the same total out to you again here tonight. So I don't know. Are they going to be too tired to score? Or are they going to be too tired to defend? I'll take the over as my play here tonight with Minnesota and Portland. This series is a dead over. 5 straight in the series, 5 straight here in Portland between these 2 have gone over. So can you try Portland here? Minnesota's a terrible cover so far this season. Portland's 6-5 to the number, even as bad as they've looked here, straight up 4-8. Let's see if you have anything with Minnesota and Portland. All right, here's under for Kelly here, and this one going against me here a little bit. Says the benches got off last night. It won't happen tonight. Justin says I got the Timberwolves here. Thomas is on the Timberwolves. And Joe T says he'll go over with me. So will Robert. And Michelangelo says, I'll try that Portland side since right now we know that Minnesota not really great at covering numbers here so far. I'll take the over in this one. All right, next up, last game on the NBA card. It's the Suns. The Sun Kings. The Suns taking on the Kings here. The Kings a favorite, 7.5. And the total here currently is at 226. Yeah, right on there, what it says on the screen. All right. In this one, Sacramento has actually done quite a nice job covering numbers against Phoenix. They're 7-1 against the spread in the last 6 meetings between these two teams. Some Suns come in here looking great still on a roll, 9-2. Yeah, they lost that game a couple of nights back to the Kings. A little bit of a blip there at home, but still, Suns on a roll here, 9-2, straight up currently. Phoenix and the Kings are 6-5 here, straight up right now. Suns are 4-7 to the number though, so they've been a little bit overrated. But man, they're getting a bushel full here in this one. Despite we know that. Let me cover the injury situation here a little bit. I mean, this is kind of the major factor here in this one as far as what we've seen, because we know that Phoenix has been hot and Sacramento's been okay so far, but KD is out certainly right now indefinitely with that calf injury. I mentioned Bradley Beal and his being dinged up a little bit. He's questionable for this game, and I'd say he is pretty questionable. I think he might make it, but again, he left the game yesterday, so. Also for the Suns, Nurkic. He's out questionable with an ankle injury. So these are the problems facing the Suns here tonight in the matchup with the Kings. Monk is out currently for the Kings. Go ahead with your comments if you'd like here in this one. Suns have gone over in 4 of their 5 games on the road, but the Kings have gone under in 3 of 4 at home so far. All right, let's see what you have here in this one. If anything, Dave's going over. Oh, that was on the Portland game. Sorry about that. Looks like nothing here in the last game. That's going to put the Detroit Lions are taking some steam here right now. Just want to get this one out there. Obviously, with the Lions this week, big time favorite against the Jaguars right now. And because of the fact that Lawrence will not be in the game, the 13s are disappearing quickly. We're seeing the Lions at 14 here right now. Funny how that works out, right? You got the quarterback out again, and now the line's moving right behind it. Okay. Joe T says go over here in this one. And boy, it kind of feels like, man, they really, for the Kings to be a 7-point favorite. I'm not saying that, the injuries aren't going to affect them too much, but the Suns are, playing interesting. And even without the stars here tonight, it feels like they just have the guts. But I'll trust the move here. I'm going to lay it with the Kings here tonight. I'll lay the points in this one. All right. Let's see what we got here with just Joe. Robert McCormick on Sacramento as well. Okay, that works for me. And Joe T said go over. Let's move to hockey here. The longer the show gets. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the hockey tonight. Started off with the Red Wings taking on the Pens here in this one with Talbot expected in goal here against Nedeljkovic. In this one, let me fire up the goalie computer, see what's going on tonight. All right, here we go with Talbot. Talbot is confirmed in goal here tonight between these two. Alex Lyon's been out for a little bit here with an injury, so he will be back maybe even next game. But for tonight, it's going to be Talbot, who's been just fine. So far, 4-2-1 with a 2.79 goals against and a 92.5% save percentage so far. So he's allowed 2 goals or less in 3 straight games, went 2-1 in those games. And the Penguins are coming off that loss. We were all on Dallas there. Someone told us to take Dallas in that game. Dallas won 7-1. So I'm showing Nedeljkovic in goal here. A couple of sites, though, I believe are showing that maybe Yari could be in goal. Tristan Yari could be in goal tonight, but I'm thinking it could be Nedeljkovic here at $1.40 for the Penguins against the Red Wings, and this total currently at 6.5. Red Wings have been pretty good so far, profitable on the road. I'm going to probably take them here tonight. Let me just take a look here at something real quick while you guys might be typing in. If you guys want to play this one, let me know. Got Detroit coming in here 6-7-1. Pittsburgh coming in at 6-9-2 currently so far. And Detroit's gone under in 4 of their 6 road games. Pittsburgh 6-3-1 to the over in their last 10 games right now. 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone over, including 4 of the last 5 games here in Pittsburgh. Like I said, Detroit's been trending under here for sure, but series history says go over. And Penguins have not been profitable at home at all so far this season. That's for sure. They are 3-4 at home, but 4-0 as a favorite. Something's got to give a little bit. Well, they are 3-4 at home. I guess they could win this game, but they are not profitable at home at all. I'm going to take the Red Wings here in this one against the Penguins here tonight. Give me the Wings on the road to knock off the Penguins. All right, let's see what you guys have here in this one. And we're going to go with over Joe. Here's the thing, Joe. There's a thing called, I don't know if you know this, maybe you do, maybe you don't, maybe you've watched me talk about it. There's one play called the Grand Salami where you can just go over all the games put together. The Grand Salami, let's see if we have the line on the Grand Salami here tonight. It's going to be 31.5 juice to the over. So, Joe, you could just take the over in the Grand Salami and root for all the goals. I want to say hello and welcome to 689 50%.
Steam playing.
Here's a little college basketball steam coming in right now with Nevada. They're taking on Weber State tonight. Nevada was a 16-point favorite, but we're seeing some steam come in here right now, and they are now a 17-point favorite or more. Here it could be going higher. Nevada against Weber State tonight. Steam coming in. 689, hello. Nice to have you. Maybe 689 was referring to who made the joke this
Steam playing.
Who made the joke this week about 689? They said, "Oh, that's the only joke I know." And trying to remember who that was. Sports personality said, "That's the only joke I know." And my son told the joke. I don't know. All right, Colorado is taking steam right now. Where's the football schedule? Where's my football schedule? Colorado's taking steam here right now in their game again this weekend. Let me bring this up here right now. We're seeing some steam here with the Buffaloes in their game here against Utah. There it is. Colorado was as low as, I guess, about a 10-point favorite, but right now this thing's going to be heading north of that for sure. 11.5 or 12 here, it feels like right now, with Utah and Colorado currently taking steam. Colorado steam against the Utes. Double-digit favorite at home. The Sharps are putting the money down, it feels like right now.
Steam play.
All right, more college football steam coming in, and this one's on the game tonight between Kent State and Miami of Ohio. What does it mean? Rainbow Man would say. It was 46, and now it's going to 47 and a half. We're going to cover that game. I'll tell you right now. What is it going to be? 49 to nothing? I don't know about this one, man. That series never goes over. I know Kent State. Remember, they are the worst team in the country, and almost everyone agrees with that. But right now, the steam's going over Kent State and Miami O. And I don't know. I mean, is Miami going to win 49 to nothing? All right, here we go. Keep it rolling. Justin is on the over here in this one. Can't disagree with that. Philly Eagle Flyer, though, says, watch out. It could be on the under. Irish King might be behind us there in the chat. Philly Eagle Flyer says, leaning first period under here. And what is Kelly saying? On Friday, the Pens will win against Columbus. Sir Mackey likes the Leafs today against the Caps. He's ready for me to move on to the next game. I think Joe T says this will be an easy over. Jermaine says go over here. Robert says go over here. And Philly Eagle Flyer going to do a parlay with I think BGK, Carolina, and Washington. All right, what else we got? I think that's going to be it with you guys in this one, unless Thomas is going to come in with a little something. But we'll see what happens here with this one. I'll just take the Red Wings. Next up is the Leafs taking on the Capitals here. The Leafs have been atrocious on the road so far. Not making any. Let's see here. I'll just mention in this one because it's funny. Here, there's a time change tonight in college basketball. I'll only mention that. I probably wouldn't mention it if it wasn't this team, but got to actually mention this team a little bit here. I'm not previewing the game, but there's a time change tonight in the game between Southern and East Texas A&M. Who, you might say? Yes, that's right. East Texas A&M. Now, I know we've already talked about it, and I know most of us are already onto the situation, but Texas A&M Commerce changed their name to East Texas A&M last week, before about last Friday. So East Texas A&M, it's not some small school. It is a smaller school, but it's not a Division II or Division III coming up here and playing Southern University. Time change, by the way, to 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. But just to make note, East Texas A&M is formerly Texas A&M Commerce, now known as East Texas A&M. How did that work out for you guys against the Aggies, huh? All right, just want to mention that here. Just came across the Sports Wire here, but all right. Keep it going here right now with that Maple Leafs game against the Capitals here in this one. You got the Maple Leafs coming in here right now, currently at 9-6-2. Washington's been impossible so far. Great start to the season for the Capitals. How are they getting this done? Good goaltending for sure. Decent defense for sure. Capitals are 10-4, 7-2 at home, 5-1 as a favorite so far this season. Toronto, however, has defeated the Capitals in 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams. So Toronto kind of owns the season series. That puts a bit of a dichotomy on this one, it feels like. All right, let's take a look at some of the numbers at least. Logan Thompson is expected in goal in this one for the Capitals. You talk about Lindgren, but let me fix that because this is going to be Thompson here tonight for sure, confirmed in. And while both Thompson's been just as good, it feels like, as Lindgren. Thompson's 7-0 so far with a 2.55 goals against. The former Knights keeper has a 91% save percentage so far this season. He will get the start here, likely against Wool, 2-2 with a 2.7 ERA and a 90.5% save percentage so far. Toronto's gone 5-10-2 to the under, and also 0-2 to the under as an underdog so far this season. Washington has gone over at home. Washington's been pretty strong so far at home. Can they break the trend here a little bit with this season series? Because it feels like, Washington should win this game. Go ahead, chat. Let's see what you have here. See if you can put me on the right path here in this one. This one feels kind of tough because Washington's been so good, but Toronto owns the series. And we know that Toronto's been up and down, mostly down, it feels like, especially on the road. All right, what do we got? Check out Joe in the community tab here on YouTube. That's where he's putting his best bets here on this game. Uh-oh, you know what that means. He probably looking, well, I don't want to say it. Please check it out in the community tab here on YouTube. All right, let's see here. What else? Anything? Curtis wants the blue thingy. Is that the little S thing there, Curtis? There that everybody has? I'm not forcing anyone to. And I thought you were under here, but there's a little join button and there's a monthly thing. We're gonna have some exclusive content here, possibly here. Kelly says that Hockey Terry has said there might be a little bit of illness with Toronto here in this one, and Philly Eagle Flyer likes the Caps. Ron Young likes the Capitals here. Kelly's got some props. Joe says take the Leafs here in this one. Robert says you got to take the under here in this one. And Toronto's gone under in 5 straight, by the way. And that's going to do it. So I better make the call here in this one. Man, Washington's been so good. Give me the under here in this one. I'll try the under with Bobby Mack here in this one. All right, next up. The Hurricanes will take on Utah. Hurricanes on the road here, $1.75. $1.90 I'm showing here on the screen here. They got hit with some steam a little bit here before the show. And it'll be Bejmelka in net here for the hockey club. And Kochetkov here possibly for Carolina in this one. Let's talk about these two for Kochetkov here. He comes in with an 8-1 record, a 2.45 goals against, a 90% save percentage so far this season. For Bejmelka, good numbers here as well. 2.75 goals against, 0-3 record. I guess I can't kid myself. Carolina's been okay on the road here so far. It feels like they've been profitable for sure. I mean, they're 11-3 overall right now, and they're let's see, 6-2 straight up on the road so far this season, having won 9 of their last 10 games. They continue to be on fire. They've taken the steam here. Yeah, took the steam here in this one at minus $1.75 or so here. So go ahead if you want, take a look at this one. Carolina has won 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams. Remember, Utah, formerly Arizona. We got to include that. I mean, it's pretty much the same franchise, it feels like. Now, granted, Utah feels like a little bit better of a home ice situation, a little bit. 4 last 5 meetings between these two teams, with this franchise being the home team, have gone over. I don't know if there's too much to put into that, but I'm going to try Carolina here on the puck line tonight in this one. Give me Give me the Hurricanes here, and I'll lay it. Hurricanes are 10-4 so far, 9-4 so far as a puck line favorite. They've been dominant. Now Utah is 5-4 as a puck line underdog here, but I'm going to take Carolina in this one. Carolina minus the 1.5 in this game tonight is at plus $1.30 or so. Give me the Canes in this one. All right, and for you guys, see what happens here. Visit Joe's play in the community tab. And Kelly says they really did well against Vegas, and this will be tougher here. A little bit of a letdown game, a letdown spot. Markel says Canes on the puck line as well. Philly Eagle Flyer, Canes money line, and the puck line and the team total over. And Robert here likes the over here in this one. All right. A couple more here, and then we'll get to a little more action. Then we'll wrap up the show. As we're going to go 2 hours again here today. They pay me by the hour, I guess. Kings and the Avalanche here in this one, with the Avalanche, a home favorite here right now. Are the Avalanche starting to turn it around here possibly right now with a couple of wins in a row? Kings are coming off of a loss. The Avalanche with wins over Nashville and Carolina at home. There, 6-4 against Carolina and 3-2 against Nashville. The Kings are coming off a road loss at Calgary and come on down here to take on Colorado. Colorado's gone over in 9 of their 10 home games so far this season. And you look at this series between these two teams, they've gone over in 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two. 5 of the last 6 in Colorado between these two have gone over. Even though the Kings are 3-6-2 to the under this season, they are 5-3-1 to the over as an underdog. So maybe that could sway you a little bit. See if you guys have a pick or a comment here with the Kings taking on the Avalanche tonight. The widely reported steam did come in on the Kings. In fact, well, that price is still pretty accurate there at minus $1.40 here. Let's see what you have here, if anything. Hey, I want to say hello to a good friend here. I think he's a little behind us there in the chat. He might be back on, but I just want to, if he makes it this far, hello to Josh Lauer. Haven't seen him here in a while, a few weeks here for sure. So hello, Josh. Nice to see you. Kelly says go Kings and over here. And Kelly says this is our TNT game of the night. Ronnie Young says give me the over in this one. Joe T says let's go over here in this one. And Kelly says they've been going over, and she's been taking these props here. Jermaine's going over as well. Philly Eagle Flyer says, give me the Avs, money line and puck line, team total over 3.5. And Robert McCormick says, take the Kings. All right. I'm going to go over here in this one. It feels like I want to go premium with this, but everybody's on it. I'll take it too. Give me the over with the Kings and the Avalanche here tonight. All right, one more on the ice, and it's going to be the Golden Knights taking on the Ducks here in this one. You got the Golden Knights coming in 9-4-2, 6-2-2 in their last 10, just 1-3 on the road so far. They are 8-3 as a favorite, and they're a big favorite coming into this one. But so far, the road not so good, not so kind to the Vegas Golden Knights. And strangely, the Ducks have kind of owned this series a little bit. The Ducks have won 4 out of the last 5 meetings in Anaheim and covered the puck line in 5 straight. I don't know if I need to go much further. I'm impressed by, well, I'm not impressed necessarily, but I think the Ducks have done a nice job so far this season. They are 3-4 at home so far. I'm going to take the Ducks on the puck line here in this one. The Ducks are probably minus $1.40 or so on the puck line, but I'm going to try them here tonight, plus a goal and a half. And see if you got anything here with this one. And that'll be it for the hockey. Kelly says the Ducks have been covering this puck line, and so why not do it? Joe says first period over, full game over for him tonight. And let's see. Thomas says, do you think the Avalanche should have been in the consensus? No, I don't know. I think we saw some. Oh, let me see there. Felt like, or did he say over? Because over, yeah, over. It did feel like a pretty heavy over. So did that other one. What was the other one that you guys were talking about there in the hockey? I felt like was going to be a consensus, but wasn't. Oh, I don't know now. Okay. Anyways, Robert says go over here in this one. And Kelly says, don't forget, Vegas 10-1 to the over so far in the first period. Don't forget. They've been crushing that first period over. Jermaine said everyone said over in the Avs game. Wow, we might have a 6-teamer tonight. All right, give me the Ducks here in this one. All right. That's going to do it for the hockey. Thanks, everybody, for the comments, though, so far. And let's see here. So I think Thomas is confirming it here, I think, with that Colorado game over. Like I said, I thought there was even one other in the hockey, and I was like, I thought, because Thomas said, wait for it, and I thought he was going to actually put it in there as one of the plays. What was that one, you guys? We got to move on, but oh, I missed. I just forget now. Okay, we're going to move on, but I was trying to look it up here real quick. There was one other hockey game that I thought was pretty hot there that you guys were on. It was like 3 in a row. All right, here we go. Let's move on, though, anyway, and get moving here with the we're going to go next to college football here tonight with some action. We're all lined up in the Buckeye State. 5 of the 6 teams are based in Ohio here tonight. So let's talk some MAC football real quick. Just get these out there, maybe get these plays out there a little bit and roll with the action here in the MAC tonight. It's MAC tonight. Here we go. Where is it at? There we go. It's going to be Kent State taking on Miami of Ohio here. This isn't great, but what can we do? We got to preview them all, and got a 30-point favorite. Like I said, the total here has gone up here within the last couple of minutes right now to 47.5 for the most part. I don't even know if we need to update it too much here, but you got Kent here 0-9, arguably the worst team in the nation here right now. They're up against Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio comes in 5-4 straight up here in this matchup for Kent State. They've lost by 41, 31, 21 in consecutive weeks here now. They've also lost a couple of other MAC games as well by 2 and 19 points. They're minus 11 in turnover margin in their conference games. Kent is just 2-9-1 against the spread as a road underdog under Coach Burns here. They're also 5-15-1 against the spread in their last 21 conference games. For Miami here, all these games are important, but they're a big favorite here. They're 4-1 currently in conference play. They've gone over 4-0-1 in their conference games so far this season, but I'm not sure they're going to give up a point. That's what I was wondering about the total going up, because really, are we really going to see here in this one? If you think about it, right, the score is going to be about 40-10 here. What else? 38-10, 38-10, 40-7, 40-10. Something right in there is what they're saying. So you're going to need Miami here probably to get at least 2 scores to get this to go over. They might need even 13 points to get it to go over. I just don't know if that's going to happen. 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Now, we know it was a different Kent State. Maybe they were a little bit better defensively. I don't know if they were. Well, they obviously were. This is a historically bad team right now. Kent, they are 2-7 against the number, despite that 0-9 record, 1-4 ATS on the road. Miami of Ohio just 4-5 to the number, 5-4 straight up. But I will say 3-2. I don't know, 3-2 is a favorite. I don't know what else you can do with a 30-point spread. I'm got to go under. I don't know if Kent State is going to get more than 10 points. Like I said, even if they win it here, right, 40-10, that does go over for sure. So it's tough. I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under and say that Miami of Ohio does not get 40 points and that they win it maybe 35-0. That's what 35-7 maybe. Maybe Kent could cover this spread here. I'll give you the under though. Like I said, 9 of the last 10 meetings have gone under. I know we're dealing with a total, surely with a little bit of a different dynamic with this team being so bad right now. Kent State, I'll say this too, though. Kent State 0-4 straight up and against the spread their last 4 trips to Miami. Now, it is 30 points, but they haven't covered either. All right, there is a little bit of a college football steam here coming out right now with SMU laying the points here in this one this Saturday against Boston College. SMU was as low as a 16-point favorite, but this one's heading to 18 or higher here right now with SMU against BC right now in ACC play. We know SMU, one of the big stories this season with how well they've done in the ACC. So SMU is taking that steam here right now. Give me the under in the Kent State Miami of Ohio game, and I'll just try to, I don't think, probably not going to get maybe could get a premium. Who knows? Let's see what we got. Anything in this one with Kent State and Miami with maybe it was Thomas on that other hockey game, but, we didn't put it down right away. No big deal. We already got a 6-teamer, and who knows if we might get another one here lined up for the consensus parlay. All right, check it out. Joe's got his best bet up here right now in the action here for Akron and Northern Illinois tonight. We're going to preview that one in just a moment. All right, here. I don't know if Thomas is saying he's going with – that's his pick for the game, 44-0. 44-0. That stays under, and it is a cover. Steam that came in, just you heard it moments ago. Right now, it's on the Vegas Golden Knights. Man, we just previewed that game, and I took the Ducks. But they just steamed the Golden Knights here, and Vegas is going to be north of $2 here right now. They're going up to $2.10 or higher here. They're steaming Vegas tonight against the Ducks, even after I gave out the Ducks. All right. Robert McCormick does like the under with me here in this one. All right. We'll keep it moving on here right now. Next up, Eastern Michigan taking on Ohio. Ohio here. This is the best game of the 3 here tonight. Ohio, an 11-point favorite. The total 50.5 here in this one with Ohio at home coming in. Eastern Michigan, part of that group. There's a lot of teams that are 7-2 against the spread right now in college football. Eastern Michigan is one of them here. They're also 4-1 against the spread as an underdog. I got NFL steam to report right now. NFL move here. Seattle and San Francisco. Game total moving under 49.5 in their game this Sunday afternoon. This one's probably going to be down to about 48 or so here, I believe. I think it actually went up and now is being hit back down right now. Seattle and San Francisco on Sunday. Okay, here we go. Eastern Michigan and Ohio. Eastern Michigan 7-2 against the spread, 3-1 against the spread on the road, 4-1 against the spread as a dog. They come in 2-3 in conference so far here. They're a double-digit underdog right now, but they've gone 21-14 against the spread their last 35 conference games. 29-15-1 last 45 games against the spread, coming in off of a loss. They've gone over in 4 of their last 5 games right now. But I will say, Eastern Michigan 1-3 to the under on the road. Ohio 1-3 to the under at home, and that's for 2 teams that are both 5-4 to the over. So in these in the venues, if you will, Eastern Michigan on the road is an under, and Ohio at home is an under. For the Bobcats, they come in having, a good offense, that's for sure. They've given up plenty of points here, it feels like, but most of those maybe have been on the road. The Ohio U Bobcats are 20-10 against the spread under Coach Albin in their conference, their last 30 conference games. Ohio U has won 8 out of the last 9 meetings between these 2 teams. They've gone under in 3 straight meetings. Eastern Michigan is just 1-4 straight up, 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 trips here at Ohio. All right, let's see what you got here, if anything. Ohio, let's see here. Go ahead, chat, if you have anything here, and I'll make my pick in this one. Let's see what you got. Robert has got Ohio here, it looks like. Thomas has an exact score line for us. He says it'll be 34-17. And Kelly says Eastern Michigan's got a couple wins against some sorry teams, I think is what she's saying out there. That's what she's saying. All right.
Steam play.
Whoa, what do we got? What do we got? Steam play. Let me pass this along, and then I'll get my play out to you. Arkansas State and Georgia State. College football action here this week. And this one is seeing action here right now. Total over here at this point with Arkansas State and Georgia State. This one was, let's see here, 58 or so, but now we're seeing this one go up. It's going to be probably 59 or higher here right now with this team, Arkansas State and Georgia State. Good morning to Nanya in the chat today. Thank you, Nanya. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay the points here in this one. I think we got a one-sided game, and I don't know if I feel that great about laying 11 now when it was as low as 8, but I favor Ohio. So I'm going to take the Bobcats here in this one. I'm glad Thomas said by 17. Maybe I'm going to give it out as my play and just bet it here on the regular rotation with Ohio U. One more in college football here real quick. We got to go, man. Look what time it has been, 2 hours. Akron and Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois here, a 15-point favorite in this one against Akron.
Play.
Oh, we can't leave here too quickly without passing along more college basketball steam. Oral Roberts and Tulsa. We already mentioned Tulsa got steamed from about 8.5 to 10. Now the over is getting steamed at 152, going up here to 152.5 or maybe even 153 at this point. Oral Roberts and Tulsa taking the steam here on the morning steam. All right, let's go here with Akron on the road against NIU here in this one. NIU at 5-4 and Akron at 2-7 here currently. You got Akron team 1-4 in conference, 1-4 against the spread. Last 5 is a road dog under Coach Moorhead. Akron's lost their conference games by 11, by 10, by 7, by 20. so far this season. Northern Illinois is 2-3 in conference so far. They've been playing close games, no doubt about it. They've been losing close games. It feels like for the most part. Under Coach Hammock, NIU is just 4-14 against the spread as a home favorite, and 8-21-1 as a favorite overall. NIU has won 7 of the last 8 meetings and covered 6 of those games. Akron just 1-4 straight up, 2-3 against the spread their last 5 visits here. The series has gone over in 4 straight meetings. That's what I'll do. I'll just take the over here in this one at 45. Is that right? Yeah, 45. Totals down. The numbers down here to probably 14.5 right now in this one. Okay, let's see what you got here, if anything. Here with Thomas has an exact score line for us at 34-10. That might be it for the college football. Thank you, everybody. I've looked at a few college basketball games here. We'll just pass these plays along and then we'll get out of here. Won't get too deep into them yet. We'll have plenty of time for college basketball previews here. And let's see what we got lined up. Top of the board here with top of the main board anyway, with Louisiana Tech in this one taking on UMass. This one will be played in Uniondale, New York. So note the site here. Not a campus game here for UMass, but they'll have a bit of a home crowd here in this one against Louisiana Tech. We mentioned the widely reported steam did come in on the under here in this one. Louisiana Tech coming in currently at 2-0. UMass is 1-1 so far this season, but both teams, UMass is 2-0 against the spread so far, and Louisiana Tech covered the spread in their contest here as well. See what you guys have. Whoops. This one's at 6 Eastern and 3 Pacific time here in this one. And I'm probably going to get behind this steam here a little bit. Let me see what the total is currently. It is at 145.5. Okay, let's update that. And I will take the under here in this one, but we got to update it. Call it 145.5 and the line. Yeah, I think currently Louisiana Tech -1. I will take the under here with La Tech and UMass so far. UMass, let's see. Louisiana Tech did go over in their line game. And Thomas said, we only ended up with 5 consensus plays. Is that right, Thomas? Brooklyn, Bulls, Knicks under, the Bucks, Wizards, Spurs under, Lakers, and Avalanche over. You don't have the Lakers on there. Let me know if the Lakers were canceled in that game against the Grizzlies there. I have the Lakers as a consensus play, so let me know about that. Otherwise, we'll roll with a 5-teamer, but I thought we had Lakers in the consensus. Let us know in the chat if you guys remember there. Okay, here we go. Okay, he said miss the Lakers. We do have the 6-teamer tonight. Stick around, everyone. Make sure you get a comment. We're going to do the drawing here. There's only 43 of you. Everyone's left. Now, granted, you will still win, even though you're not here. I'm not like those other people. You got to be here to win. Just get in here at all, even if it's the beginning of the show. I've got the under. We got to roll here. Wright State and Toledo here in this one. Game number 673 and 674 here with Toledo at home. Hopefully I picked some good ones here, gang, for our show here. Toledo's 1-1. Wright State comes in 2-1 so far this season. Toledo did cover so far as a favorite in their game, in their one game as a favorite. And for me, I'm going to play the over here in this one, a pretty high number right now at 164. About 164. And I've got the over as my play here on the morning steam. All right. Next up, we're going fast. We're going to do the drawing here, everybody. I just got 3 more games to look at. North Texas and Minnesota. We talked about it already. Talked about the steam that came in, both on North Texas, and the steam came on the under as well in this one. So let's see here. Check my notes here in this one and see what I'm looking at. Yeah. Okay. For me in this one, let me see what the numbers say with these two. All right. Both teams coming in here with a 2-0 record right now. Minnesota was favored by as much as 3.5. So there has been a move here to North Texas. North Texas did beat Evansville. They covered against Evansville pretty easily there by 13.5. They won by 17 points. Minnesota so far 1-1 against the spread. They won and covered against Oral, and they won but did not cover, laying 20 points against Omaha. They only won by 4 points. So do have a little bit of steam coming in here right now. Harvard and Northeastern game total over here. Steam coming in at, it was 143.5, probably just 144 right now. Steam on. Also, Harvard took some steam earlier, as we mentioned, from 3-2, and total here moving over in this one. Okay.
Notice.
All right. Go ahead. Tell me what you guys have in this one, but I'm going to take I'm going to end up on the under here. With North Texas and Minnesota. I'm going to chase that steam a little bit. All right, here quickly. I'm going to move quickly. We got to get the drawing. California and Vanderbilt. I'm going over here in this one at 159. One more late. Arlington and USC. I'm just so excited. I want to get to the drawing. I want to get done with just picking some games here. But Arlington and USC tonight late, and I'm going over here in this one. Current number is pretty high at 155. We're going over Arlington and USC. All right, that's going to do it for the morning steam. Let's get to the exciting drawing. You guys have waited long enough. We got only 35 people in here. Everyone left, so no one's going to. In fact, you guys, I totally blew it today. Gosh darn it. I hope I didn't turn on. We're going to have to do it here right now. Too bad for everybody that left. I'm sorry about this again. This is a new feature, and I've totally blown it. Damn it. All right. Anyways, whoever's left is going to be able to enter the contest, I'm afraid. Let me call it up here. At least that's going to whittle down the field here. Go ahead. I'll tell you when I turn it on here. Gosh darn it, you guys. What a rookie. Oh, what an idiot, actually, was what I want to say. Can I even do this here right now? Yes, I can. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Go ahead, gang. Start entering in anybody who wants to be in the drawing. I've totally blown it. I'm going to give you a minute or two here to type in. Yeah, thanks, Thomas. That was lame on my part. So please, anybody, if you want to be in the drawing, please type your comment. Anything into the comment section right now. I'm going to do my commercial, and then we'll get out of here. Don't tell anybody that wasn't here that we didn't have the thing turned on. Damn it. Okay, check me out over at winnable.com. You can get my best plays over there. I've already got a 6-pack of college basketball plays up, or I think we beat 2 already on CLV. So you're going to want to get this subscription package, get these early plays here. Check me out over at Winnable. Click the QR code in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, and that's how you can get my best plays every day for just 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM. Sign up for 1 month at $20 and get all of my premium picks over there. You can sign up also for free and get free selections from me, including that winner today we had in ATP Finals tennis. So check me out over at Winnable. Just a couple of bucks a day, $8 a week, $20 a month. You can sign up for a year. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but for some of the longer term subscribers, when I have a crappy day, I've been throwing in an extra day or two on there on some of the packages. I've been doing it with anybody who's been signing up for been signing up for a month, putting an extra week on there. I control it all. I can do what I want. So just sign up over there and I'll throw in some extra days. It's no skin off of my back. I know an MMA guy wants to come in here and tease me a little bit for selling my plays, but I've been selling plays back since the 90s, man, when I had 900 numbers and I used to scream on the telephone. This is the world champion, Ramon Scott, and right now on my heavy hitter hotline, I've got for you 5 big plays for Sunday, 1-900-420-8027. But now we just do it for a couple of bucks a day here on the Winnable app. So, all right, everyone, I gave you a chance here to I sincerely apologize for screwing this up, but you all got you all put your names in there. So how many did we get in signed up? 13 people. Is that right? Want to make sure if it is right, but man, I feel terrible. Let's do the draw. I don't even know if it seems like it's not even doing it as good here. Let me see here. All right, you guys, I hope we got it. I hope we got it right. I hope everybody's in there. Someone's going to win right now. Everyone, if you want to type in your name again, it says there's only 11 in here right now, 13 entries here right now. So let me see what we got. I'm going to run it here and appreciate everyone. I feel like an idiot. Okay. We get so excited to do this and then to blow it. I love watching it with like 50 people going on there. All right, here we go. Hope you win. Oh, hopefully, Mikey, we can make a new thing so that we don't have to do this every time. 14 names are in there. Hope you guys are in there, man. Here we go. Let's see who wins. Who's going to win it today? Who's going to be the 6-teamer here? You got a pretty good chance. Who is it? Who is it going to be? It's Josh Lauer again. And Josh going to get it here. So maybe it was on because Josh was from way earlier, but it doesn't have enough names on there. Oh boy. Anyways, Josh is a good guy to win. You know, he's a long-termer here. So Josh gets it today here on the Morning Steam. He can win the 6-teamer here. And again, how many ever views we have when I go to put the bet in, you got to trust me on this one. It is free. So, but whatever it is at like 5 minutes before the game, when I go put in the parlay, if I remember to do that, what's going on here? I'm so forgetful as an old man. So usually right now, the first two, we average about $3.50. So, 6-teamer though, that could really be, pretty good, right? You got to figure be a 6-teamer here, even if it is, let's just say we get up to 400 views tonight, right? We could have a 6-teamer there tonight. That would be pretty good. All right, that's going to do it for the Morning Steam. I'm mad. I'm going to get out of here. So don't forget, check out Mikey Money here at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. He's probably all making fun of me here. I'm all mad. But check him out, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, with the pre-gaming show here. I feel like pre-gaming here today. Check out Mikey with the evening previews. And also First Strike will be up today as well. Check out my MMA preview with VB and Marcel Dorff over on my channel, VB MMA Picks with Ramon Scott. And we'll be back tomorrow with more Morning Steam here, 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 a.m. Pacific. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. See you tomorrow.
steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.